Do you ever wish you could go back to a simpler, brightly colored, and synthesizer-heavy era? Well, then I sure have the place for you. Totally 80s Pizza is a local restaurant that just so happens to double as a famous 80s museum.
We try to keep all the memorabilia as clean as possible.
Yeah, it's definitely cool just like when it's slow to walking around and just like really looking at everything being like, whoa, how do you get this? Or, you know, like I completely forgot about this part of the 80s, you know, we went around.
Yeah.
This detailed walk through the 80s has so much you can think of, from cassette players, to frozen smugglers from another galaxy, to pesky New York ghosts. It's hard not to pick out a few favorites.
Oh, I know mine. Okay. It's over by the Breakfast Club table. It is a picture of Freddy Krueger, and it's signed by Robert Englund. That is my all-time favorite. Everything in the store.
It's the signed seagull from A Flock of Seagulls. The only seagull in the world that has been signed by A Flock of Seagulls lead singer or whatever. Just the fact that it has the hair makes it one of my favorites.
A lot of these items are completely unique, one-of-a-kind memorabilia. Just standing in the room tends to bring up one question. How?
The boss said that about half the pictures are, he sends them in to the people. So he, finds a mailing address, a P.O. box, sends them in with a note that says, hey, we think you're a really iconic 80s character. We'd love to have a signed picture of you in my restaurant, and they send it back for free. I think he buys some of the stuff online. I know some of the metal lunch cases, like the lunch tins over by the arcade section. He bought a couple of those online. Various things. He gets some different channels.
It's not always just signed pictures or music video props either. Sometimes the legends themselves come to totally 80s.
We just recently, before we moved here and shut down to move, we had, he was Sergeant Taggart from Beverly Hills Cop, came into our store to order a pizza to go. And I think it was Paul or it was Boss who recognized him. And because, we write our names down on the tickets for call names. We're like, we do not have a call name for this 80s character. Who is this? And he's like, guys, he's really here.
Totally 80s Pizza was created when Alex and Laura Morgan wanted to bring the feelings of the 80s back in a fun way that could teach the younger generations about the unique time in pop culture history. And between the arcade machines, MTV playing the most radical beats, and the neon design of everything around, just being there feels like the 80s.
Yeah, it's a totally different experience, you actually being inside the store as opposed to just ordering online, because yes, we do have really good pizza, but this is one of those places. We get people who travel from way out of state all the way to Colorado just so they can walk around for the day.
Yeah. At totally 80s, you don't need a time machine to go back. And in the best way possible, it's pretty heavy, Doc.